Hello, this is Pardon the Interruption. I am your host, Caden Ziegenhorn. This is Oliver, and this is John. Today we'll be talking about the World Series. Oliver, would you like to start us?
Yeah, I think the Braves are going to win the World Series this year. For his pick was the Reds. They already beat the Reds this year 2-1 in a series in which the Reds had won like some 10 plus in a row going into the series in Cincinnati, where they're having sellout crowds every game. The Braves have 6 players with 15 plus homers. There are teams that have 0 players with that, and that's a huge luxury. You can easily get runs like that. Ronald Acuna already has 20 homers, 40 stolen bases. He's the quickest to do that ever. He's hitting like 330, and like with a player that good, you can't lose.
Well, I think the Reds are going to win just because of this. They have such an electric rookie core. They have an electric offense. They hit home. They hit for power. They have speed, and they probably have one of the best rookies, or I would say even players in the game, in Ellie De La Cruz. And Ronald Acuna hasn't I guess he's done 40 home runs and 20 stolen bases, but Ronald Acuna has not shown in the playoffs. And the Braves, yes, they have won it in the past couple years, but last year I thought they were going to win it, and they disappointed.
And you know who hasn't shown up at all this season, John? The Reds pitching staff. Their starter ERA is worst in the league, and as a staff, the Braves have a league best 6.63 ERA.
Yeah, you guys have good pitching, but the Reds' offense is it's one of the best in the game. You can't talk about them without mentioning Ellie De La Cruz, who has been the best player in the MLB the past couple months. He's been up from the minors.
You can't just have an offense. You have to have a defense and an offense.
Sure, you can talk about De La Cruz all you want, but the only reason he makes all these highlights with mediocre numbers is he'll go 1 for 9, and then the next night he'll hit for the cycle, which great, it's fantastic. But you need to have depth. You need to have starting pitching to make big runs in the playoffs, and I think the Braves have that.
I think the Reds could make some moves. The Reds could make some moves at the trade line. There have been some rumors about trading for an ace, but right now they're focusing on their young core, and they could definitely make a run if they make the right trades.
They really could use Luis Castillo, Brandon Drury last year, who they sold away when they thought they had no chance in the next few years.
Well, you Braves have won one World Series, but your best player left you, and you guys haven't done anything since.
Sure, Freddie's left, but we haven't had Acuna at full strength since that World Series run. Even then, I believe he had an ACL tear in that second half of that season.
Yeah, and
with Acuna hitting 330 with 40 stolen bases and 20 homers.
Yeah, you need
he's far and away the NL MVP. He and Ohtani are by far the 2 best players in the game today.
He is one of the most injury-prone players there is. He gets hurt every year. And then Ozzie Albies, I've seen nothing from him, and he's your guys' second best player.
Albies is not our second best player. The second best player is definitely Matt Olson, who has 23, 24 home runs. And Acuna's gotten hurt once.
Yeah, but you said, he hasn't been at full strength since the last World Series run, which was 2 years ago. A year ago.
But at full strength, he's fantastic.
But again, he hasn't been at full strength.
All right, well, that is our show. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm Caden. This is Oliver, and this is John. Thank you.